there's this one lens that I find myself not reaching for anymore. And honestly, I'm not really sure if I should still keeping my camera back. It's also the very first prime lens I got like 3 decades ago. Well, it's not the same lens anymore, but it is the same focal length, if you will. This is so much smaller. Wow. And I thought this would be heavy, but this is actually plasticky and light. As many of you probably already guessed, it's the 15mm, the nifty 50. And at that time, I was rocking the Canon Rebel XS. So that makes it into like a more like an 80mm because it's an APS-C camera, so you have to like times 1.6. I rarely use these kind of pouch, but it's also nice to have them. And a lot of like camera gear companies, they have these kind of things. I just don't know how I feel about them anymore. I have so many that I just like leave it there. I don't even use it. So this is what the new microphone sounds like. The Sennheiser MKE 400. And it's a lot smaller compared to this Deity that I've been using for years. By the way, this is like straight out of the box how it sounds like. I haven't adjusted any EQ yet. I probably should though. We'll have to see. I haven't really checked the footage yet, as you can tell. But I'm quite excited to get the footprint down to like this tiny size. And another plus about this mic is that whenever I turn on the camera, it'll turn on with the camera. So I don't have to like remember to turn the mic on again and then turn the mic off, so it saves battery. Okay, back to the nifty 50. So I was using the Canon Rebel, and the 80mm was great for portrait, except that I wasn't really into portraits back then. And I was also that one odd kid in the class who was not that into like bokeh. You know, the whole blurry background frenzies that people get sucked in whenever they started like photography. I was not into that at all. And don't get me wrong, I love bokeh. They look lovely. Whenever it's being portrayed in the right way, in a way that you want to portray the subject and all that, that's great. I mean, I still do like bokeh. Who doesn't, right? But I'm just not obsessed. With that being said, there are tons of advantages using the 50mm, especially when you're shooting with the full frame camera, where you are actually using the 50mm. That's a totally different story, in my opinion, obviously. The real reason why I haven't been using the 50 as much is because I've been using the 24-70. There's a guy right there taking photos. I bet I'm photo bombing him. I'm gonna get out of his way. The 24-70 pretty much covers all of the range that I need for work, and this one's really sharp as well. The 50mm is a very versatile lens and is suitable for a wide range of photography styles. You can use it for street photography, portrait, landscape, and even close-up shots. Its adaptability makes it a go-to choice for many photographers, and myself included. I just happen to not use the lens that often anymore for some reason. By the way, if you noticed, my hair is like super long right now. Well, not exactly super long, but when I first started this video, I just had a haircut and it's been like 4 weeks now, which means I've been procrastinating like crazy on this video. I've been just so busy this past couple of weeks and I really want to make more videos. I feel like it's not healthy. Not healthy as in a way where I feel like my creative juice is just not flowing correctly. Got some more gear, lighting gear to be exact, from Aperture. More gear. Means more work. Got a bigger light dome for the video light. And speaking of light, 50mm is usually great at low light situations because it usually comes with a wide maximum aperture, such as 1.8, 1.4, or even 1.2 to the most expensive end of the 50mm, and they are excellent for low light performance, as well as creating that depth of field in your photos. The Nifty 50 is typically very small and lightweight as well, like the one you see here. This does not take much space. It is an excellent option for traveling, especially you don't want your bag to be like super heavy while like going everywhere. It is usually also very affordable too. Like this one, I think I got it when it was on sale around like $170 or something like that. I think it retails for like $199. But if you lose it during your trip or if you break this lens, it's not gonna break your bank. And because the Nifty 50 is compact and affordable, it is a very good learning tool for beginners when I first start with the fundamentals of composition, framing, and working with the prime lens. Its simplicity can encourage photographers to focus on the fundamentals and the basics in photography.